Most planning, therefore, is done in the coffee room, where people who know nothing teach other people what to do. You know what I'm talking about? Shop talk, coffee talk, social talk. A group of people get together, not unlike the group we have today. Somebody blurts out a question. Hey, should I buy RSPs? Do they still make sense? Somebody says, what about these new tax-free savings accounts? Are they really all they're cracked up to be? They sure are hyped today. What about RESPs? Is that still a really good way to save for a kid's education? You know, I got a pension plan. Does it make sense to buy back years of service? Would that help my retirement? Whatever the question is, somebody blurts out a question in hopes that through a discussion among a group of people that you come up with an answer or a solution. Well, I'm here to tell you first and foremost, it's not that simple. Okay? If you, for example, were to ask me, hey Jim, you're the expert, do RSPs still make sense? In order for me to answer that question, I have to ask you 10 questions. And once we get the answer to that question, that answer then affects 10 other questions. So some people have said it's like a web of information. Everything interlocks and links. The way I like to look at retirement planning is I like to look at retirement planning as a jigsaw puzzle. How many of you do jigsaw puzzles? Okay? Even if you don't, you can answer this question. In a jigsaw puzzle, what is the most important piece in that puzzle? The last one, good answer. Anyone beg to differ? The first piece? The edges, the corners. Lots of good answers. I would argue that the most important piece in a jigsaw puzzle is the picture on the box. Think about that. Can you imagine somebody handing you a bag of pieces, never seeing what that puzzle is going to look like, and trying to put that together? You could do it, but it'd probably be frustrating. It'd probably take you a lot of time, and you probably wouldn't finish it as a result, unless you were really anal retentive, right? So the idea of planning, retirement planning, therefore, in my opinion, is simply to have the picture on the box. You see, you've got all these little pieces. You've got an RSP piece, you've got an investment piece, you've got a tax piece, you may have a pension piece, a lifestyle piece. You've got all these little pieces. Individually, the pieces tell you very little. And it's not until you start interlocking these pieces together that a picture starts to form and it starts to make a little bit more sense. And once you've got all these pieces put together, because they all affect each other, once you've got the picture, that's when you have a plan. And I'm going to teach you how to do some planning. And at the very end of this day, I'm going to show you exactly what a plan looks like so that you know what to look for and you know how to create one. Okay? Because I think a lot of people think they have retirement plans, but they don't really have a framework that allows them to make proper decisions. Once you have the plan, and I hope you will see this at the end of the day, once you have the plan, decisions are easy. You can make them. Okay? They're easy to make. But if you're just looking at one piece, it's really difficult to answer questions without having some pieces around it. Does that make sense? Okay?